तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं।
Now suppose this is our topology. I need to configure the wireless router, and this is my server. This is on the internet server, like means we can say the Google server. See, this is the Google server on the internet. Okay, and let me also what I need to do. So I need to access the wireless router. How I can access the wireless router? Can you tell me please? How I can access the wireless router? Okay, I will click to the PC0. I will go to the web browser. Okay, here. So what IP I need to enter? What is the IP address of this wireless router? Sorry. 192.168.0.1. Yes, good. So this is the IP. So what is the default username and the password? Yes. What is default username and password?
Admin.
Yes, admin. By default, username and password is admin. Okay.
Yes.
By default, okay, you can see I have login to my wireless router through PC0. Okay, through PC0. Now we need to do the basic setup. Okay, so here you have the basic setup. We will go there later on. So here you have the internet setup and network setup. These are the two tabs. So you need to in the basic setup you have internet setup and the network setup. Okay, but here in this case we need to access this web server. So this web server, we have some IPs. Okay, so let's say this is my internet server, and here my IP is suppose 200.16.200. Suppose 200. We can say 200.10. So this is the IP address of my server. Okay, and let me configure the server first. I will go to the server, desktop. Here let me configure the server. So this is the IP address of the server 10, and subnet mask, let's say, let's say 165.16200.10. okay, so this is my IP address of the server. Okay, suppose, so this is the IP address of the server, and suppose my subnet mask is, let's say, 252, and the server IP I will make it 1. Okay, don't you worry, I will make it 1 because and default gateway, we don't have the default gateway, and we will say our IP will be here 248, we can say, or 25. Okay, I will make it full subnet mask. I will give, no problem. Default gateway, in this case, suppose here if it is 10 and we don't have the default gateway, nothing else in between, so this is the configuration we require it. Okay, here the default gateway, we cannot say the router because it is on the internet. If it is on the internet, so we need to add the router, but in our case here, if you will see, we don't have the router here. So if you will add the router, that router will be the default gateway. Okay, that router will be the default gateway, but in our case we don't have the default gateway. Okay, and so this configuration is enough so far. Okay, and here services, we need to enable the HTTP services. HTTP is enabled by default, and this is your DNS. Okay, in the DNS we can say GWGL google.com. okay, so we need to make it on, and server is 200. Suppose I will say, let's say 200.10. okay, and here 200.10. yeah, it is 200.10. so this is our DNS is also 200.10. you can see, so our 200.10. okay, so DNS, so this is a google.com. okay, now we will go back and you will see we have done this configuration. Here we have the internet IPs. okay, so 200.10. So this is the one, and here the internet IP here. So what we can do here for this one, we can say 200.1 is the IP address of this. Here we can say, so here we need to type the IP address to be assigned to the internet interface. Okay, so this is the internet interface 0.0. okay, so we need to assign 200.1. okay, so here 200.1, let me check. So go to the, okay, I will go through this PC. okay, so here, see, so here you can assign the static IP. So the static IP is 200.16.200.1. so this is the IP address, subnet mask 255.250, And default gateway, we don't have the default gateway. We can say it is directly connected now with this one. So if there is a router in between, we can configure the default gateway, okay? But the DNS here, we can configure the DNS. So our DNS is, so our DNS 200.16.200.10, okay? So this is our DNS, okay? So you need to save this setting. IP address and gateway are not on the same subnet. 216.200.10. Okay, 216.200.10. Okay, here. Okay, sorry. Save the setting. Okay, IP address and the gateway are not in the same subnet. Okay, so if it will see here. So here you need to add the static IP. Okay, static IP. So in our case, sorry, internet IP address. So this is our internet IP address, and the default gateway, we don't have the default gateway, but we can add the IP address of our server 200.16.200.10. So this is our 200.10. Then save the setting. Okay, so then continue. Wait. Okay, now first of all, so once you will configure this one internet setup here and here, okay, so here you already done the internet setup, and now we need to access again the wireless router. Okay, so this wireless router, let me go to the wireless router again. The IP address is 192.168.0.1. okay, admin and admin. Okay, admin and admin, you can see here. So this is the IP address. Okay, this is the IP address. Just 1 minute. So this is a point to point. So what we need to do, I need to add the router here in between. Okay, so later on I will do it. So let me finish the wireless part of this side, then I will do the other side. Okay, leave it for the time being. Okay, so this setting I will do it later on. This DNS is okay for the time being. Okay, so now listen. Now if I ask you configure the wireless setting, so if you need to configure the wireless setting, so the SSID, so the SSID, how I can configure the SSID of the wireless router, how to configure the SSID of the wireless router. So where I need to go? Yes, SSID. So the SSID, I need to configure the SSID of the wireless router. So SSID.
Go to wireless.
Okay, click it on the wireless, and here. So yeah, so mode is mixed mode. Okay, here you can select anything based on the given instruction. If I ask you select the BG mode, wireless G mode, BN, or anyone, or BG mixed or mixed mode, so you need to select based on the given instruction. So network mode. Okay, and the SSID, most of the time we are giving the SSID like the student first name or something like that. Suppose student first name, suppose Ali. Okay, so Ali is the SSID. Okay, and this is enable. Okay, and the standard channel, if I ask you configure the standard channel 6, you need to select here 6. If I ask you configure the standard channel 11, then you need to select this 11. Okay, for the sake of this activity we will select 11. Okay, and then save the settings. Scroll down and save the setting. Okay, this is done. Okay, now it has been saved. Okay, the next is, if I ask you configure the wireless security setting, how you can configure wireless security setting like WPA2 personal and encryption key AES. How you can set? Where I need to go? Yes, wireless security. Yes, security mode. So this is your security mode. Here you need to select the security mode. If I ask you configure the wireless security mode, WPA2 personal. Okay, so suppose this is WPA2 personal. So if you need to configure this one, then if I give you this one, so you need to write this one. If I ask you WPA2 enterprise, go to WPA2 enterprise. So for the sake of this activity, I will configure WPA2 personal. Okay, so this is WPA2 personal, and after that the encryption type. It depends if I ask you AES or TACFs. Okay, so these are the two encryption types. So based on the given instruction, so you need to follow. Okay, suppose if I ask you configure AES. Okay, and the passphrase, suppose the student ID 66 J 1 2 3 4 5 6. See, it should be 8 character. If there is a less character in your student ID, you can add 1 2 3 at the end. Okay, no problem. So it should be a 8 character. It will not accept less than 8 character. Okay, if it is less than 8 character in your ID, so you can add some numbers in the beginning or at the end, or you can write SHCT in the beginning or at the end. Okay, so please, this should be clear enough. Okay, now this is the passphrase, and you need to scroll down and save the setting. Okay, then you need to save the setting. Once you will done it, okay, now this is done. Okay, so the administrative password we will do it later. Okay, administrative password we will change later on. Just leave it for the time being. Leave it. Okay. Okay. Now I need to connect my PC to wireless router. So how I can connect my laptop to the PC? Sorry, connect my laptop to the wireless router. First, suppose this is my laptop. Okay, go to the desktop, and this is a PC wireless. Okay, so it is showing the error message. See here, wireless interface is required. Why it is showing the error message? Can you tell me, please? What is this error message? Can you tell me the reason why it is showing this error message? Yes, Abdullah Umar. Mark Hamis. Can you tell me, please, why it is showing this error? Yes. Yes, tell me why it is showing error message. Yes. Yes, please. For interface, Mr. Yeah, wireless interface is required. So what I need to do then? Yeah, wireless interface is required. Na? So what I need to do in order to remove this error? So what I need to do? I need to add the wireless interface. Na? Yes, I need to add the wireless interface because it is mentioned wireless interface is required. Okay. So how I can add the wireless interface? Yes, any one of you? Azza? How I can add the wireless interface in my laptop?
Go to wireless, PC wireless.
No, I will go to the physical. Okay, here I need to add this wireless now, as I told you. So switch off the wireless. Sorry, switch off the PC. Then remove this one. Sorry, remove this one and add this wireless PC. And then you need to switch on. Okay, this is very important. If you will see here now, it is connected with the access point. So we need to connect with the wireless router. Okay, now go to the desktop, go to the PC wireless. Here, click on the connect. So you will get, see here, so default Ali. So I need to connect with the Ali. Can you see this one? Sorry. Now can you see now? Yes. So I need to connect with this one. Okay. You can see now it is connected with this one. Okay. So this part is done. This part is done. Okay. So now we need to connect our access point with our wireless router. Okay. So we need to connect our access point because, okay, can you tell me what is the reason why we need to connect the access point? Sorry, what is the reason to add the access point in your network? Yes, please. Yes. Can you tell me, please? What is the reason to add the wireless access point in your wireless network? Yes, please. See, this is the default. We can say wireless network name is, it is not showing the wireless network name. It is showing Ali connect. It is connected, but it did not ask the password. I need to go and check why it is not asking the password. We will see later. So first, okay, so it should ask the password. Okay, so we need to again go to the wireless router here and GUI, and this is a wireless. This is the security setting. So the security is not enabled. WPA2 personal. Okay, so 66 J123456. Okay, so here save the setting. Okay, now did you observe? So now it is disconnected. Why it is disconnected? Because now we add the password here. So we add PSK, pre-shared key. Okay, so now if I need to connect, I will go to here, then connect, WPA2 personal pre-shared key. So I need to enter the pre-shared key 66J123456. Okay, then I need to click on connect. Oh, sorry, here connect WPA2 12345. Sorry, 66J. So 66J123456. Okay, connect. Now see, now it is connected with your wireless router. Your laptop is connected with your wireless router. Okay. Okay, now the next point here to ask you one more question. Please tell me. So what is the purpose of access point? Okay, what is the purpose of access point in your wireless network? Can you tell me, please? What is the purpose of access point in your wireless network?
For end devices.
If I ask you, what is this access point? The simple, if I try to simplify the question, what is the access point? What is the access point? Why we need it? What is the access point? Access point. Access point Shufi. So why we need it? ليش أنا أريد it?
Creates wireless local area network.
Actually, see, wireless router is enough to create your wireless local area network. But see, the access point is a device. Access point is a device that extend the wireless local area network. It is only used to extend the local area network. Now you have the wireless network, no? But suppose sometime the signal is not coming on this area. Then you need to add the access point because now you are extending your wireless local area network because the signal here, the signals are weak. Suppose in your home, in some portion or some part of your house, the signals are very weak. You are not getting the signal. Then what you can do? You can add the access point. Simply, you can add the access point. If you will add the access point, it will extend your wireless local area network. So how you can extend it? First, this access point, you need to connect with your wired router. So you need to connect with the wired router by using the Ethernet cable. Okay, so now I will show you how you can connect it and see this one. So here you have the Ethernet, any Ethernet, you can use it. So in this case, I will use 4, but here port 0. Okay, I have connected with port 0. Okay, so port 0 with our wireless router and by using this straight through cable. Okay, and now I will go to the access point. Okay, and here we can go to the config tab and then we can select the port number 1 here. So here it will mean what should be the SSID and what should be the see the channel we are using here. Suppose if you are using channel 6, here you can use channel 11. Okay, so you will not get the interference. Suppose here what channel we use? Channel 11. Yes, we use the channel 11. Yes, but here we can use channel 6. Okay, so here we are using a channel 11. So SSID, if you want to keep the same SSID, it is okay. If you want to use some other SSID, no problem at all. Okay, suppose here I want to use some other SSID. Okay, so last name. Okay, so the last name, I will take any student last name and we will see who is the. Okay, I will simply say Al Ajmi. Okay, suppose Al Ajmi. So SSID is Al Ajmi, we can say, and the passphrase WPA to PSK. Okay, so in this case, again, we will use PSK, WPA to PSK. Okay, so here you can use the same key or the different key. It's up to you based on the given instruction, you can say. Okay, so SSID is Al Ajmi and the passphrase is you can use the student ID, no problem, 66J123456. Anything you can use it, okay? Because this laptop require this password, this PSK, WPA2 PSK, this passphrase, okay? So that is why we are configuring here. Maybe it can be a different PSK mean the passphrase, or it can be a same as with your the main wireless router. Doesn't matter, okay? Now here, now I need to connect my laptop. Sorry, I need to connect my laptop. So how I can connect my laptop? So go to the PC here, PC wireless. Again, error message. What is this error message? Can you tell me, please? What is this error message?
Same for interface.
Yes, interface is required. Wireless interface is required. So how I can add the wireless interface? how I can add the wireless interface? Yes, tell me how I can add the wireless interface. Where I need to go? Where should I click? Can you tell me?
Physical?
Yes, physical. Good. So physical. So okay, Amar Khamis, what I need to do first in order to remove and add the wireless interface? So first of all, I need to switch off the laptop. Okay, switch off the laptop. Then drop this one here. Okay, so you need to remove. Okay, now see, select and drop here. Now you can see here there is an empty space. Now in this empty space, just drag this PC wireless, wireless interface and just put it here. Okay, now you need to switch on the PC wireless. Okay, now switch on the laptop. So once you will switch on the laptop, now you will see here, now this PC wireless will go to the desktop. Okay, now we will go to the PC wireless, here connect. Okay, so if you will see here connect, it will show you two wireless. Okay, so there is one Al Ajami and another one is Ali. So we will connect with access point. So select the Al Ajami, the wireless network name, this SSID, click on connect. So our passphrase. So here we need to enter the passphrase. Okay, our passphrase is 66J 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, suppose in our case this is our pre-shared key. Click connect. So once you will click connect, so it will connect with your access point here. Okay, so this is your access point. So this part is done. Okay, now if I ask you, please, you can change the wireless administrative password. So administrative password, why it is important to change the wireless administrative password? Okay, how we can change the wireless administrative password? Yes, how we can change the wireless administrative password? First of all, we need to go to the PC wireless. See, now our network is ready now. So if you want to add 2 access point, 3 access point, it's up to you. You can add it. Okay, but now we need to change the access because we have the administrative password admin. Okay, so we need to change the administrative password. So how we can change the administrative password? First, click on the PC wireless, enter the IP address of our wireless router. Okay, so this is the IP address of the wireless router. Now see, by default it is admin. See, if we will not change, what will happen? Anyone, any intruder or threat actor can log in to our wireless router and he can change the wireless setting. So it is very important to change the administrative password. Okay, please, this is very important. Don't trust on anyone. So if in your home wireless router, if it is not changed, your administrative password is not changed, please change it now. Change it by today. Don't delay, because any intruder, any threat actor, he can come, he can connect with your wireless router. By default password, maybe if you are using a link 6 router, the default password is admin. If you are using some other, so they have the administrative password. Okay, so you need to be careful if you did not change the administrative password. So it is very important to change the administrative password. Okay, first click it here. You can see if I'm the intruder or if I'm the hacker or threat actor, so I can log in your wireless router. I can change everything. I can change your full wireless setting. I can damage, I can destroy your wireless network. Even I can change the wireless setting plus the administrative password. Okay, so if intruder will change the wireless administrative password, it will be difficult for you to log in again. Okay, so can you tell me how I can change the wireless administrative password? Tell me please, where I need to click. Yes.
Administrator.
Yes, administration. Okay, so see here, so you will find this one. Okay, so router, so here you can choose the password. Suppose our password, we can say Cisco 123 or any password, you can do it. So in this case I will use Cisco 123. Okay, CISCO, Cisco 123. Okay, so just save the setting. Done. Now, so now in the new password, see here admin, and now the new password will be Cisco 123. CISCO 123. Okay, Cisco 123. See here, continue. Now I have login my wireless router with the new password. Okay. Now, if I ask you, we need, suppose we need to block some laptop not to connect with our wireless router. How we can block our, suppose here there is a, we know he is the hacker or threat actor. This laptop 2 is the threat actor or hacker, threat actor. Okay. So this is a threat actor. Okay. Now let me also. So this is our threat actor. Okay. So suppose to any way to somehow he has connected with our wireless router. Okay. Suppose just let me add the detail here. Just 1 minute. Somehow, sorry. Just a moment. Okay. Okay. To somehow suppose he has connected with our wireless network. Suppose just 1 minute. Suppose Ali connect and A 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay. Okay. To somehow he has connected with our network. Okay. So if he has connected with our wireless network, if I know, so this he is a threat actor and I want to remove this PC, and we want not to able to connect this PC to our wireless network. What should I do? How I can block this PC or this threat actor laptop not to connect with our wireless router? Yes. Can you tell me how I can block? Any one of you? Mariam? Dakariyat, can you tell me please how I can block this laptop not to connect with our, or we can okay, not to connect with our wireless router, or how we can remove it? Because now we know someone is connected with our wireless router and he is not a good person, he's a threat actor, and then we need to remove him. How we can remove this laptop? Yes.
Select the IP address for this laptop.
Yeah, so what are the steps? First, what we need to do? First step, tell me the first step.
Go to GUI.
Okay, notepad. Okay. Okay. First step. Tell me the first step. Okay. First, we should know what is the
IP address.
IP address or the MAC address. Okay. The MAC address. First, we should know the MAC address. Okay. MAC address of the PC. Okay. Then we need to go to the wireless router and add that MAC address in a block list. Okay. So first of all, how I can find the MAC address of the PC? Can you tell me please how I can find the MAC address of the PC?
IP config all.
Yes, IP config all. Yes, IP config /all. Yes. So this is the command. So we will go to the threat actor. Suppose here you can go and you can see here. So first of all, IP config /all. Okay. See, what is the MAC address? Can you tell me?
The physical address.
Yeah, physical address. So in this one, this is your wireless connection. Okay, not the Bluetooth. Go to the physical. So this is the one. Okay, this is the physical address. So just copy this physical address and this is the one. Okay. So we need to change into this format. After every 2-digit, add colon. Okay. So this is the format we need it. Okay. So change into this format. Okay. And you need to copy this one. Okay. So sorry, go to the PC wireless. Okay. And here, so you need to copy this one first. Copy. Oh my God, what is happening now? So select, copy, and PC wireless here. Okay. So which tab I can click? Please, can you tell me? Go to the wireless and then click it on the wireless MAC filtering. Okay. Click it on the MAC filtering. Okay. Wireless MAC filtering. See here it is disabled. But if you will see now, so you need to enable it. So you want to permit or prevent. Suppose we want to prevent the PC listed below. So whatever the MAC address you will enter here, it will prevent that PC, that laptop not to access the wireless network. Okay. So here we will simply paste it here. Okay. So we need to enter the MAC address in this format and click it on the save setting. So once you will click, Did you observe this threat actor and the other laptop is again disconnected, but this will be disconnected permanently because we have entered the MAC address of this PC here. Okay, clear? Any doubt? Any doubt? No doubt, yeah. So can I proceed to the next step then? Yes, please. Shall I proceed to the next step?
Yes.
Okay. Now, suppose if we ask you, because here we are using 0.1 or see here, here we are using, suppose for this laptop, we have 0.101, 0 dot this, 200 dot this. Okay. So suppose if we need to change the IP addressing scheme. Okay. So how we can change the IP addressing scheme? How we can change the IP addressing? Suppose we want to change the local IPs, okay, mean the private IPs here in the wireless router. If we ask you, you need to change the IP addressing scheme here. For all this local area network, you can assign suppose 192.168. Suppose 10.0/24. So we need this network, okay. Suppose we need this network for our wireless network. Suppose if we need, sorry, 1 minute. Okay, suppose if we need this network in our wireless local area network, because we don't want to use the default one, we want to use 192.168.10.0/24 network. So how I can change this IP address, mean the local area network IP address? Okay, so in this case, and we only want to allow how many PCs? We want to allow only 20 PC to connect with our, or 30 PC, we can say, to connect with our wireless router. So first of all, we need to log in. So I am already logged in here. So the basic setup. Okay, so this is the setup. Okay, so this is your basic setup. So click it here. See the router IP. We will say our router IP should be 10.1. See here. So 10.1. Okay, so this is your, so subnet mask same. So we'll use the same subnet mask. So start IP should be 10. 192.168.10.1. Okay, and the maximum number of users we want to connect with 30. Okay, 30 users. Okay, so once you will apply the setting, then it will affect. Now you can see, now it has been changed 10.10, 10.1, and maximum user this one. Okay, once you will save the setting, you have done. Okay, request time is out. So now you will see all the PCs. So first of all, we will go to the PC here. Okay, request time out. First of all, what we need to do, why it is disconnected? See here, because it is getting 0.100, but now the new IP is different. See here. So first of all, we need to go to the, click it on static and click again DHCP. Now it will get the new IP 10.10. See, this get the new IP. Okay, and here, see static and DHCP. Now it will get the new IP. See here. Okay, it will get the new IP. Okay. Here also, if you want to go to the laptop, because it is getting the IP from this one. See here, requesting. Now you can see, now this is the one. Okay, this part is finished. This part is finished. Now, in between here, for the internet, I will come later on. I will come later on. Suppose if I have the DHCP server here, suppose. If I have DHCP server, suppose this is a DHCP server. Okay. So my all PC should get the IP from this DHCP server. Okay. So let me connect my DHCP server. Here I will connect with gigabit 02. This one let me remove first. Let me remove this one first. Okay, and this one again I need to remove it. Okay, okay, uncluster and then remove. Okay, we will remove it. I will tell you later on why. Okay, suppose this is the one. So this is on the internet, and on the internet we have so many things. Okay, so we will come later on. So these PC will get the IP. I will connect it later on. Okay, so now try to understand here. So these PCs are, they will get the IP from this DHCP server. How we can create the DHCP scope? So go to the services. Okay, then you need to click it. So because we have the HTTP, everything is there. It is on. So this is the DNS we already. Okay, DNS not configured. Okay, leave it. So first we need to configure the DHCP. Click it on the DHCP. Okay, so here we can create this pool. Okay, the pool name, we can say that the name, if you want to change the name, you can change it. Okay, like scaling network. Okay, so this is a pool name, and default gateway we will add 192. Okay, here we can also add 192.168.1.1, sorry, 1.1. Okay, DNS we can add, suppose. So what was the DNS here? The DNS, just let me check. Suppose our DNS start IP address. Okay, DNS we can say. Okay, I need to also change the DNS as well. Okay, I need to change the DNS. Okay, suppose 200.16.200.1. Okay, and the start IP I will say 192.168.192.168.1. Suppose it should start from 20 and subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Okay, and we will add this one. Okay, so we can add this network. Okay, now we have added the scaling network. Okay, and now this one, the services should be on. Okay, so our services should be on. Okay, okay, so once we will on these services, okay, so these IP should get the IP automatically from this DHCP server. Okay, desktop, and here requesting the IP, and it will get the IP after some time. Okay, now not, because here we need to configure the, okay, okay, first we need the IP addresses to our server. So we will say 192.168.1.10 subnet mask default gateway. Okay, 192.168.1.1, and DNS we will add the same DNS 200.16.200.1. I think it is 10. Let me also change the 200.10. Let me change it here as well. Okay, let me change the, where is the DHCP 200.10. Okay, 200.10, because here we are already have 200.10. You can see here 200.10. Okay, okay, now this is our IP. Now go to the IP address. See here, now it is getting the IP. See, 192.168. Oh, default gateway. 1 minute. Default gateway. Go to the DHCP. The default gateway IP is 192.168.1.1, 1.20. Okay, 255. Okay, 1.20 start IP. Okay, and subnet mask. It is okay now. Okay, so let me go to the static DHCP requesting the IP. Default gateway is not getting this. 1 minute. Just okay. Okay, first of all, here let me also configure the wireless router. Okay, but in exam and as well as in the practical test, I will give you the configured topology. Okay, so now we can connect gigabit 00 to our gigabit 01. This is our router. Okay, so this one here, the IP address of this router, we can say 192.168.1.1/24. Okay, so this is the IP address. Okay, 1.1. So let me check. Go to this gigabit 00. Okay, this gigabit 00. This gigabit config gigabit 00. So our IP is 192.168.1.1, and this is the subnet mask, and turn on this one. Okay, so fast forward, because this one will be this side of the interface. Other side we will configure later on. Okay, so this is your default gateway. So 1.1 is the default gateway. If you will see here, 192.168.1.1 is our default gateway. Okay, and this is our DNS. Okay, so DNS we will configure later on the other port. Okay, somewhere else. Okay, so now this PC should get the IP from the default gateway. Why it is not getting the default gateway? Let me check again. 1.3, no. 1 minute. This is services DHCP. Okay, okay, we can remove this one. Okay, we can do the setting. server pool default gateway, we can say 192.168.1.1, okay, and DNS we can say 200.16.200. Sorry, DNS. Let me 200.16.200.10. Okay, this is our DNS 10 dot. Sorry, 1.10. 1 dot suppose 20 and save this one. Okay, so we have saved, services is on. Now let me go to the, now you will see it will get the IPC 1.1 and 1.20, the first IP. So this is our DNS. Okay, now again go to the DHCP, it will get the IP 1.21, and here it will get the IP. So directly it will get the IP from the sub. Okay, see here. Okay, so once it is getting the IP, see here, why I configure all these things, because I need to configure what I need to configure. I need to configure the DHCP snooping. Okay, if I need to configure the DHCP snooping, okay, so here this is our trusted port. Okay, if this is our trusted port, first see, we need to configure two things. So we need to first configure the port security, and we also need to configure the port security, and we need to configure the DHCP snooping. Okay, snooping. Okay, DHCP snooping. Okay, now first of all, I would like to ask you, what is this port security? Okay, can you tell me please? Port security. Why we need to configure the port security? What type of attack it can countermeasure, please? Which attack it will mitigate? Yes, please. Today, as I told you, this is an interactive session, so we need to configure the port security, and we need to also configure the DHCP snooping. Okay, so I will not go in detail. So first of all, I would like to ask you why we need to configure the port security. First of all, tell me this one. Which type of attack it will countermeasure or it can mitigate if we will implement the port security? Yes, please tell me. Abdullah Umar, can you tell me please? Hello, Abdullah Umar. Hello.
Yes, Mr.
So what is the purpose of port security? And which type of attack it will countermeasure? I mean, it will mitigate. Which type of attack it will mitigate if we configure the port security? Yes. Any one of you? Amar Khamis, Mariam Abdul Rahman.
To secure the network.
Yes, Arima Abdullah, thank you very much. We need to secure the network, but which type of attack it will countermeasure?
Trunk and access.
Trunk and access, yes, it is okay. We need to also secure the trunk, but port security, mostly we will configure on the access port. Okay, suppose we want, see here again, please listen carefully. Suppose if we want FA0, 1, 2, and 3, these are our access port. Okay, these port we only allow to use one PC. They can mean only one PC can connect through this port. So we can configure the port security. So it will mitigate a MAC overflow attack. Okay, MAC overflow attack. It means different MAC addresses will not able to connect through this FA01. Mean MAC overflow will be countermeasure if you will configure the port security. Okay. MAC overflow attack you can easily countermeasure with the help of port security. Okay. Suppose if we need to configure the port security, we only allow two PC or one PC. Only one PC can connect through this port, suppose, or we can say two PC only connect through this FA01 port or 2 or 3 port. Okay, so what are the steps we require? Can you tell me please? What are the steps to require? How we can configure the port security? We only allow maximum 2 MAC addresses. Okay, so we only allow 2 MAC addresses on these FA01, 2, 3, and even gigabit 02. Leave it gigabit 02. We will configure gigabit 2 later on. Yes, can you tell me please? Because here we want the port security. Okay, so the port security, so we have FA 0, 1, 2. So here we have these ports, huh? So up to 3. So these are the access port. So here we need to configure the port security, and we allow maximum, suppose 2 MAC addresses. Okay, so we allow 2 different PC can connect through this port. Okay, so then if the violation will occur, it will send the violation. Okay, violation. So what are the different violations we have? Can you tell me, please? What are the different violations we have? Yes. So if you have violation mode, okay, so we can say if your violation mode to drop the packet from the MAC address that exceed the maximum limit, in our case maximum limit is 2, then it should generate the syslog entry but not disable the port. What is this violation? Okay, can you tell me what are the different violation mode we have in the port security? What are the different violation mode? Can you tell me, please? Yes, Abdullah Umar. Sorry?
Down, slash.
Shut down. Okay, then the second one, restrict, and the other one, yes. Yes, please. What is the other one? Yes. 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 Tell me, please. Yes, please tell me. So what is the third one? Violation mode. So we have shutdown, we have restrict, and the last one is, yes, protect. Oh, sorry. Protect. Okay. So these are the three violation. Sorry. Okay. So these are the three violation mode we have. Okay. So we have violation mode, protect, restrict, and shutdown. Okay. So here my scenario. Sorry, protect. 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 Okay, protect. So this is our protect. Okay. Okay. So suppose in the scenario, given scenario here is configure. So I will give you the scenario. Suppose I will give you the scenario. Configure a port security violation mode to drop a packet from the MAC address that exceed the maximum limit. Here we have the 2 and generate a syslog entry, but not disable the port. So which violation mode we need to configure in this case? Yes, tell me. Yes, please. Which violation mode we need to configure in this case?
Second one.
Second one means restrict, yeah?
Yes.
Because it will not disable the port, but it will generate the syslog message, mean the protect. But in a shutdown, in the first case, what it will do, it will also generate and it will disable the port as well. Okay. And the second one, if you will see, it will also generate the it will not generate the syslog entry in restrict. Sorry, in especially in the protect, it will not generate the syslog entry and it will not disable the port as well. Okay, but it will only block the packets. Okay, so now let go and we can configure the port security with these. Okay, in this case we will use restrict, or we can say shutdown. Okay, so I will use a shutdown. Okay, so now, so if you need to configure the port security, so go to the CLI mode, and here, so we have, yes, please tell me. So what are the command? Configure terminal. So what is the command here to configure the port security, to enable the port security? Yes. What is the first command? We need to enable the port security.
Interface range F0/123.
Yeah, so interface range, because we have this range. Okay, so we have this range F is 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, suppose we are configuring only port security on these three interfaces. Okay, interface range. Okay, FA, sorry, I will not type full. FA 0/1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is my range. See, so what is the next command? Can you tell me, please? What is the next command?
Switch port.
Yeah. Switch port. Sorry.
Port security.
Switch port security. Okay. So once you will write this command, it will enable the port security. You can see these are the dynamic port. See, oh, it is rejected. Rejected. Please keep it in your mind. That is why. So first of all, what we need to do? Why it is rejected? Why it is rejected? Tell me. Why this command is rejected? Be quick, because no time. 11:21 is still we have only 10 to 20 minutes only. Yes, please. Why it is rejected? Be quick. Why this command is rejected? What is the reason? Abdullah Umar, Ammar Khamis. Any one of you, please, can you tell me? Rima Abdullah, Fatima. Yes, please. I'm just waiting for your answer. Please tell me.
Robot access or trunk?
Yes. Who is this student? Let me check. Who is this student? Zakariyat. Zakariyat, you are mashallah good. So it means these ports are dynamic port. As I told you, you cannot configure the port security on trunk port. So you can only configure the port security on access port by default. So the ports are in dynamic. These are the dynamic ports. So first of all, we need to convert to the access port. Okay. Now we need to convert to the access port. Switch port mode access. Okay. Switch port mode access. Now see, now these port, now they are access port. Okay. Now if you will run this command, switch port security, now you can see it did not give us the error message. Now the command is accepted because so port security is only configure on the access port. Okay, so if it will show this error message, so please keep it in your mind. So first of all, you need to convert the switch port mode to access port. Okay, then you can configure the switch port security. Okay, now the second step. So as I told you, so maximum 2 MAC addresses. Okay, so maximum 2 MAC addresses need to be because maximum allowed MAC addresses are 2. So maximum how many devices we can connect through this port? 2. So what is the command, please? How we can write? So only 2 different MAC
Port
address.
security maximum.
Yes, switch port security
Port security maximum.
maximum 2. Okay, so here you can see here. So you can give the maximum 1 to 132 maximum, but in our case we can give 2. Okay, it is based on the given instruction. Maximum 2. Okay, so maximum 2. Okay. So the next command, if you will, so the next is, so we also need, so it should learn the MAC address of the device automatically, or it should learn the MAC address. We need to give the static MAC address. Okay, so I already explained you how you can give the static MAC address. Already explained. Okay, so in this case I will use a sticky method. Okay, sticky method to learn the MAC address automatically. So what is the command? It should learn the MAC address of the connected device automatically. Yes. What is the command? Yes, please. What is the command?
Switch port.
Yeah. Switch port security, MAC address. Okay, MAC address sticky. Okay. So see here. Now, if you write a question mark, it will give you 2 options. So if you need to give the MAC address manually, use this pattern. If you want to configure the dynamic secure MAC address, mean it should run the MAC address automatically. So you can write sticky. Okay, sticky. Okay, now your port security is enabled, and now you need to verify it has been configured or not. Okay, and show port security. Okay, you can see here now violation. We already, so sorry, we did not configure the violation. Did we configure the violation? No, not yet, because by default the security violation is shut down, but we need to configure the violation. Okay, so for this purpose, again, we need to go to the interface range. Just 1 minute. And interface, configure terminal. Configure terminal interface FA0/1 2 3. Sorry, interface range. Okay, now here you need to also mention the violation mode. Okay, switch port security violation. Sorry, violation violation. Okay, so here write the question mark. It will give you 3 violation mode: protect, restrict, and shutdown. So in this case, suppose if we are configuring shutdown, so just simply write shutdown. Okay, so this is your violation mode. Okay, now port security is enabled. So show port security. Okay, see, so show port security addresses. So it will, so far no violation occur. Switch port, show port security. Okay, just simply write show port security. Show port security. Now you can see FA0, 1, 2, and 3, maximum address is 2. So current security violation, any security violation occur? So far no violation occur. Okay. So this is the thing, but here the last thing before going to end this lecture, I would like to ask you, suppose if we need to configure the DHCP snooping. Okay, if we need to configure the DHCP snooping. Okay, so what is this DHCP snooping? Because you need to configure the trusted port. Okay, so because anyone, okay, first can you tell me what is the DHCP snooping? Yes, what is this DHCP snooping? Which type of attack it can countermeasure or it can mitigate if you configure the DHCP snooping? Yes, please. Can you tell me? Yes. Tell me, please. No time, only 10 minutes. We need to configure the DHCP snooping. Okay. What is the purpose of DHCP snooping? Which type of attack it can countermeasure? Can you please tell me?
DOS attack, DDoS server attack.
Yes. Suppose, see here. Last time, here. Suppose, now. See, suppose here, see DHCP snooping. See here, DHCP snooping. See here. So see, DHCP snooping is a series of techniques applied to improve the security of the DHCP infrastructure. I mean, anyone, any rogue laptop, rogue mean the hacker, threat actor, he can make his own rogue laptop, their DHCP server. He will not make the rogue laptop as a DHCP server. Okay, so your DHCP server, your actual DHCP server will allocate the IP addresses to the client, not the rogue DHCP server. So this is the basic DHCP snooping. So you need to configure the DHCP snooping because anyone, any attacker or hacker, he can come and he can make his own laptop as a DHCP server, and your that fake server, I mean that will be the fake server, not the actual one. That fake server will distribute the IP to the client. So that type of DHCP the fake server you can avoid by using a DHCP snooping. Okay, so and if you need to DHCP snooping basic concept here, if you will see here DHCP snooping. Okay, so here you can see how DHCP work. DHCP work on a simple premises that client broadcast a message. This is a DORA process we already explained. So I don't need to go in detail here. Suppose here I will just configure the DHCP snooping. It means any fake DHCP server will not able to broadcast or will not able to, because our client will not get the IP from the fake DHCP server if we configure the DHCP snooping. Okay, so this is a very simple one. The very simplest one is if you configure the DHCP snooping, the fake DHCP your client will not get the IP from the fake DHCP server. Okay, fake your rogue or hacker or attacker DHCP server. Okay, for this purpose, here we need to configure the limit rate. Okay, the limit rate means, so suppose if you need to configure because you have the access port. Okay, so we limit the untrusted port of the switch to 4 to 5 DHCP packet per second they can distribute. Then we can enable the DHCP snooping globally, and then DHCP snooping we need to configure. Okay, so for this purpose, first of all, we need to go to the, suppose this is our trusted port, gigabit 02 is our trusted port. Okay, so how you can configure this one as a trusted port? Suppose here, first of all, we will say this is our DHCP trusted, and configure terminal, and let me. Okay, so this is gigabit 02. Okay, interface gigabit 0/2. Okay, sorry, 0/2. Okay, now here, so this is, first of all, we can configure, this is our IP DHCP snooping trust. So IP DHCP snooping trust. Okay, so this is our trusted port, and the rest of the port mean port 1, 2, and 3, or any other ports. So here we can say IP DHCP snoop limit rate is 5. So IP DHCP snooping, it is enabled, and exit. And here we also need to configure the global configuration mode. In a global configuration mode, you also need to configure the DHCP snooping. So here you can say IP DHCP snooping, IP DHCP snooping. Okay, it is configured. But now here we will say there's a limit rate 4 to 5 packet. Okay, so how many packet it can be, like suppose IP DHCP snooping, exit, here interface range. Okay, the range, interface range. So in this range, you have FA 0/1, 2, 3. So these are the port we can say, or any other port if you want to include IP DHCP limit, IP DHCP. Okay, so here IP DHCP snooping. First of all, IP DHCP snooping, then you need to limit. Okay, limit how many? Suppose 5. So you can limit the number of limit rate. Sorry, limit rate 5, 4, or anything you can write it here. Okay, so it means you have configured the DHCP snooping in your network to protect your DHCP server. Okay, so mean the fake server cannot distribute the IPs. It means your client will get always the IP addresses from this legitimate DHCP server. Okay, so we configure here port security, and we configure the DHCP snooping. Okay, so this is the way the question will come in, especially in the practical test, and you need to configure based on the given instructions. Okay, any question in and here? So later on, okay, because here I did not connect it with this one, so you can connect your let me connect. Okay, this is our internet port. Suppose internet port I can connect with this gigabit 01, and here we can assign 200.1. So this gigabit 01, just let me gigabit 01, let me connect 200.16.1. Same subnet mask, switch on. Now you can see, now we have the connectivity from here to this one. So now this is our activity now finished. Let me stop the recording. If you have any question, please you can ask the